Man, there's so many storylines surrounding this Rutgers versus number 2 Michigan game on Saturday. And yeah, I said it. Rutgers versus Michigan has storylines. We have Jim Harbaugh returning to the sideline, Michigan opening up Big Ten play, and both teams are undefeated at 3-0. So let's talk Scarlet Knights versus Wolverines with Richie Schnyderite, of the publisher of Rutgers Rivals. Richie, man, people looking at me crazy like, why are you hyping up Rutgers? They're 3-0. They're going up to the big house. Harbaugh is back. The place is going to be absolutely rocking. Is Greg Schiano and this team ready for the moment?
It's going to be a tough one. The big house is one of the toughest environments in college football, but this Rutgers defense is also one of the best defenses in college football this year so far. They've held 3 Power 5 opponents to little to no points versus Northwestern, Temple, and then recently Virginia Tech. They just beat 35-16. So I think they definitely have a tough matchup ahead of them, but I think they do have a shot.
All right, let's talk about that defense. 30 points they've given up in 3 games. Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy threw 3 interceptions against Bowling Green. Rutgers is going to have to match that same energy, so who has to have a big game for this Scarlet Knights defense to give them a chance?
Ironically, in this matchup, it's going to have to be Aaron Lewis, the edge rusher, who actually started his career at Michigan before transferring back home to Rutgers. He had a big game last week. He only came up with 1 sack, but he hits the quarterback a ton. Last year, he was one of the top 2 guys. He might have actually been number 1 in quarterback hurries. So I think in order for them to have a big game, they're going to have to get some pressure on the edge, and it's going to start with Aaron Lewis.
All right, let's Riverside it. Michigan's defense is just as good. They've only given up 16 points in 3 games. Rutgers quarterback Gavin Wimsatt in the offense has put points on the board, but now they're up against a Wolverines defense that's stingy. Does Rutgers have enough weapons around him to put points on the board?
Yeah, I think that's the big question mark going into this weekend. It's no secret the pass game hasn't been great, especially last week against Virginia Tech, but they still managed to carve out a way to win. It might have to be with the run game and Kyle Monangai, who was Big Ten offensive player of the week last week. And it'll probably start and end with the run game, but I do think Gavin Wimsatt does have a couple weapons out there, and Jaquay Jackson, Isaiah Washington, Christian Dremel, and a few others that could give Michigan some fits.
Christian Dremel, I used to train him, wide receiver from North New Jersey. I still follow him on Instagram. Really fast. How big of a win would this be for the program if Rutgers can get this upset?
I think it'd be huge. There's no understating this one. This might be one of, if not the best team in the country in Michigan. They're stacked all the way around, depth all the way around. If Rutgers can somehow pull this one off, I think the floor is the ceiling, as who is it? Michael Jordan once said.
Quoting a little Michael Jordan, I love it right there.
Yeah.
Let's hope this isn't their last dance. I don't know if that one fit, but yeah, it sounded good in my head. But thanks for hopping on with this, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.